Sawubona Mzansi. This is Carcast number 3.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back. I'm going to read you guys a situationship, and Beb, you're going to give your input on it.
Okay.
So this person needs advice on an age gap situationship.
Okay.
So the female is 25, and well, she's saying, so I'm 25 and she's a female, and he's turning 50 in 2 months. We have been friends for a year, and feelings between the both of us grew. The thing is, he has an 18-year-old, and he said if she brought home a guy close to his age, he would lose it and not accept it, and doesn't want to put my dad through it. I have a very good relation with my dad, and kind of joked about the idea of dating a 49-year-old man. And his reaction to just say it was not a joke and did not go well. My mom, however, when I made the joke to her, told me she really wouldn't have minded if it was serious. Do you guys think a 24-year age gap is huge? How would you guys break the news to your dad? Mind you, my dad is 53, so they're not far off.
They're like 3 years older.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the
scenario we've got. There's so much to unpack there.
That's so difficult, though.
So much to unpack there. There's like, firstly, the fact that he's saying that she can't, or he won't allow his daughter to do that, yet he's doing that is...
Wait, does the mom and the dad have an age gap?
No. In that thing that you read,
yes,
he's saying if he has a daughter that's 18, so that's a 7-year difference between the girl that he's dating and his daughter. And he's saying if his daughter, who is 18, brought home someone his age, he would be upset about it. So I'm like, well, bro, you're doing the exact same thing. But why are you not condoning it if your daughter... Then where's your moral compass? Like, your guide is not correct. And again, I'm not a relationship expert. So I'm just explaining my experience. But again, look, the age gap is a thing that everyone will look at and frown upon potentially.
I think it's not normal yet. It's not like a...
It's not... Well...
It is normal, but not to a stage where if someone passes and mean like, oh, my husband's like 20 years older than me, they'll be like, oh
yeah, they're gonna look back. They're gonna be like, and in the car, in the drive back, they'd be like, oh, did you see the age gap between them? 25 years.
Like, damn.
Yeah, the problem that's going to arise, I don't know, a situationship. So what is that? What's like you hooking up with benefits?
I think it is that, because I feel like she'll just say we just, first base, like, because, well, that's what I know first base as.
Well, we're not going to read into it. We'll just say that.
But I think it is more than obviously that. So I think they've got to...
I would need more context. I feel like I would need to understand her motives. But
the fact that she's wanting to go to her dad to tell her about it, I feel like the situationship is quite deep. Because why are you going to go tell your dad about it? So I'm thinking about my stage. I'm like, why am I going to tell?
Okay, but she said it in a joking way.
Yes, to see if his reaction.
Yeah, and he wasn't happy about it.
And then she's like, oh, shucks, I'm not going to do it. She's like, why am I going to... She just wanted to see first. She wanted to dip her finger in and be like, let's just test the waters and how he's going to react. That's like, okay, I feel like we would be fine with our kids because obviously if they were older and at a certain age, like above.
Again, it's about assessing, it's like tone. It's like the tone of music. You can listen to music and it can have this like really hectic beat to it, but the tone can still be mild and be like soothing. This is a weird analogy that I'm giving, but what I'm trying to say is that it looks hectic,
yes,
at first glance, but if you actually understand what's going on, these people are in love and they're enjoying each other's differences and they're embracing each other's age gaps and he's providing, let's say, he's been through the ringer. He knows life at 50. He's got life experience. He's not a boy. He's more than likely got a stable job. He can provide for her. So that's the plus thing. Think about it. If she's 50 and he's 75, that's still pretty... like...
We're not judging. We're just saying like the age gap is a bit higher, but we're trying to look at it from like
an objective
outside
position.
Yes. I don't... You know what?
What do you think?
I think it's not a bad idea. I think obviously the parents' part does play a huge role in it because she doesn't want to disappoint obviously the dad.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if she doesn't say it, then what is she going to do? She's just going to live in silence and be like, I'm going to have this as a secret relationship. which is not a good thing because eventually it's going to catch up. So I think she must be honest and just tell him, and then eventually, if his dad is not too up, if her dad isn't too uptight about it, he'll come to her later and be open to it. What can you lose? I guess in the situation of dad.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, get out of the house, kid.
Well, I'm assuming she's not living at home. Well, I don't know. I don't even know. If she's living at home, then it's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely she is.
Okay, this is a whole different...
That changes the dynamic. And then, imagine this part. Imagine she brings him over. She's like, I want you to meet my dad. And you live, and like...
No!
You get a knock on the door, or like the doorbell rings, and he's like, "Hey,
no, you're just playing with fire.
I'm here to see Bethany, or I don't know, and I don't know why her
like, what the heck?
And he's like, "What?" And this guy's like, literally my age.
He's like, this guy would be my brother. No,
I think the dad would react and be like, "Get out."
No, he would flip his lid. You see, now this is taken.
He's also been through it though. Dad's been through it, so he knows what the situation. Well, no. Let me take that back. He assumes the situation to be the default one, which is this guy wants to get into my daughter's pants.
Okay,
but he's using money to do that.
Okay, now this is where it's
important. Wait.
We need to understand like the mental state of the person or how they handle things.
Exactly. So can I tell you what happened with a friend of mine who has I would say it's not as big as ours, but there is a large age difference between them. And when they met, they were also in like she was still in high school, he was in her teens, and he was in his early 20s. But the way in which he approached it is that he went to the father beforehand.
Okay.
And he was like, I just want to let you know that I've got feelings for your daughter. And I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but I really mean the best for her. They eventually got married. And at the wedding ceremony, her father said that was the best thing he could have ever done to give me that reassurance that like he was going to be there. And in fact, he went overseas for a long period, and they had a long distance relationship, so they had a lot of time away from each other, and they still ended up together, which is great. So I think if the guy came and said, "Listen, Joe," whoever he walks in, he's like, "Mr. Smith," they're like the same age, and he comes and says, I really have feelings for your daughter. I know this may seem strange, but I genuinely want to look after her. I want to be there for her. I've developed feelings for her. This may be a strange situation to any ordinary person, but I just want to let it be known to you. And then it would be also to see how the father reacts, because the father may still be like, no.
Honestly, it's a man-to-man thing.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the daughter needs to step aside.
Correct. And
he needs to go and also prove himself to the dad.
And then we have to see how she would respect that decision, because she may be like, still seeing him.
Bye. Pack up my stuff. See you later. All the way to her. I hope she...
However it works out, hopefully no one gets their heart hurts.
Yeah, shame. We had our 3 beautiful kitties this weekend, and we always have the best fun when we were with them. And we went to the reptile park. We said previously in our podcast that we'd talk more about our kids that we have. So we have 3 kids. So 2 of our kids are from a previous marriage.
Bingo.
Yeah, sorry. And Gigi, a baby that we had last year is from us. And yeah, it's honestly such a beautiful dynamic. And if anything, it's so nice to see Gigi growing up with 2 older siblings. It's like, it's a bonus.
She loves it.
And the one person she screams for is Kiara. So she'd be like, kick, kick. And also the one time she was actually, I think she was like having a nightmare, or she just woke up and she was dreaming of Kiara. And then she started like screaming her name in the middle of the morning, like at 2:00. Shame, actually.
She wanted her to be there and like comfort her. So, really sweet.
So he actually wanted to go sleep with Gigi the other night, and we just said no, because we want Gigi to be independent in terms of sleeping by herself. Because I feel like once you open that door for your baby to start sleeping with someone, they're going to be scared of the dark and wanting to always be someone next to them when they're sleeping.
Yeah, because they're going to see it as a luxury and be like, oh, I want this all the time. Like this is the best thing. So.
And are you ready to have another child?
No. Straight up no. straight up.
I
No.
thought you were going to butter it up, be like, yeah, of course, babe. Like, I'm ready to have another baby. Let's not think about it financially, okay?
Okay.
Let's think about us having another baby.
Okay, so even not financially?
So let's scrap out finances, okay? So let's say we...
No, so let's scrap finances.
Yes, and I'm just saying, like...
I don't think I am.
You don't think you are what?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I just, at this point, I want to, like, I don't know. I'm just like, that is an instinctive reaction. That is my...
You're like, no.
I'm just like, I don't think I could handle it right now.
Can I be honest?
What?
So the other day I was like thinking about having a child, and I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Like,
Yeah.
and I remember how I was persistent on having.
I think that's why. I think because I see how much you go through when looking after the household, looking after the kids, I'm thinking to myself, now we want another child on top of that. And then you got Gigi, who's still in her infant, like, baby years.
Too much.
It's going to be crazy. You're going to be so stressed out. And that's the one thing, guys, I can tell you, experience is, in a relationship, you've got to put your marriage first. Your marriage has to come first before your kids. That sounds weird. Some people may be like, oh, but I love my kids more than anything. That's fine. You can love your kids more than anything in the world, but focus on your marriage. Let your marriage come first, because if that crumbles, if that falls apart, then the entire family dynamic becomes obliviated. So you need to be mindful of that.
I never thought about that in the beginning. Like, when you had mentioned that to me, like, we need to always make sure our marriage is fun before the kids. I was like, what do you mean?
It's
like,
not selfish. It's that's being selfless. I'm thinking we got to think about how we are together in order to handle our kids properly before.
And the environment as well we're going to create for them.
Correct. Because if for example, this is just a random example. If you as the wife go, oh, I love our baby so much and she's crying and I'm going to sleep with her every night.
Yeah.
Eventually the husband's going to be like, when am I going to, have my time with my wife? And then, the wife might come along and be like, yeah, but our baby needs me. And yeah, well, the truth is you got to let your child grow up and you got to do exactly as you did, which is groom them through that period so that they can be independent in terms of their sleeping pattern and work on it. I'm just giving an example of how in that situation, again,
this is an hour situation, because I think about Gigi was sleeping with us for a while, and I'm like, I feel like, especially in a marriage or like in a couple, that time that you go to bed, you just want to be next to each other, and that's also like bonding in a way. Like, I don't want to be...
Oh, there's a whole science behind that.
Is it?
The chemistry of people lying together, soothing your emotions, getting your... again, I'm not going to be the expert, but I do know that there is a chemical reaction and there's a positive stimulant, let's say, to being next to someone and being close to them.
So in saying that, when I was training Gigi to sleep by herself, because she had been sleeping with us for a bit, and transferring her to the crib was an absolute nightmare, but eventually I got it, because when she got her own room and we moved into our home, I was sleeping on the couch in her room and trying to get her to get off the dummy. Plus, not having the dummy, it's also for her to just sleep independently. And it allowed for Pete and I to have that time of sleeping together. Because when you don't sleep next to your partner, it just feels off. You remember when you were sleeping with Boy the one night when you were scared? Yeah.
I didn't sleep well. I was like, I couldn't sleep last night. It felt strange not being next to you. I mean, obviously once in a while is,
It's not going to kill anyone.
No.
But we're just saying, but Pete feels it more than me. Sometimes he'll be like, no, I didn't sleep well.
Because I sleep terribly too, though. That's it.
Yeah, but you've been sleeping well recently.
I have.
It's his haircut, I'm telling you. You're looking so handsome.
Oh,
he got a haircut, guys, and they did a fade, about the neck. And I said it makes him look like, fresh, foxy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So he hadn't cut his hair in a while, actually. I think it was 3 weeks, but it looks so good. And he did a nice beard trim. Yeah, well, guys, we're not going to have a baby anytime soon. I think probably, I don't know. At this point, I'm I don't even think I actually want to have another baby. I think I want to give all my full effort to Keeks, Renzo, and Gigi. I actually just want to give 100%. It's not we have one, we have three.
And we've got to remember, we're also going through different phases for all of them. So Gigi's in the baby phase. Renzo's like growing up from him being 6 years old.
Yes.
He's getting into like an environment where he's starting to become more social. Kiara's entering almost into her teenage years.
And this is a huge...
And that's a huge thing to deal with. And then you want to throw another baby on top of that. Like you gotta meet all those different energies and be like, okay, I gotta deal with each of them as their own different independent being. I can't just put a blanket sort of rule over all of them.
So then that's when I was like, maybe I should just focus on my career. And Pete's also focusing so hard on his career. We're both working on each other's separate ends. And I was like, maybe I must just give back to myself a bit more now.
Yeah.
In a selfish way. Well, not selfish. I deserve...
As in a rewarding way.
Rewarding. So I'm like...
Take some time off if you need time off. Take a breather. This life is way too fast-paced at the moment, I feel. And this is slightly off topic, but just with everything that's going on in the world today, I'm just like, AI, you now expect it to respond instantaneously. People are doing business on WhatsApp, which is crazy. I spoke to a friend from Canada. Who we spoke to. We met the other night. My best friends who I've known since I was in grade 1. We sat down with him and he was like, we find it weird that you guys do business here on WhatsApp. And I was like, you telling me? I'm like, I got to sometimes give evidence and screenshots of like WhatsApps. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it is strange, but that's just our lifestyle here, I guess, how we do things.
So what is one thing you can't go to bed without doing? Like if we're having an argument, would you A, resolve the argument, or B, sleep on it, wake up and talk, or C, I don't know?
There's that old saying that I stand by. Just don't go to bed angry.
Oh, no. We have gone to bed upset.
Yes, but then I will like subtly be like,
but I'd irritate.
Your hug will be like,
no, I won't. Why not?
I'm not lying. I don't like it. But we're both very like strong-headed. We're both very strong-headed. So like,
no. So this is what you would do. Okay. I'm not going to dramatize, but so he would just say, I'm taking everything in, and because I'm hot-headed, but before I used to be really bad and used to shoot at you quite a bit, so it'd actually be silent, being like, don't take my silence for, what would you say?
I would say, don't take my silence as being accepting of how you've explained the situation. It's just that I'm letting it sink in so that I can digest it, understand it, and then give you a response.
Which irritated me even more when he does it. So then I'd get riled up and I'd carry on shooting him with words. So, but in most scenarios, what he would do, sorry, I went off topic there. He would quiet and he would be like, okay, we'll talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think that's fair. I think we must talk about it now. We must digest it, even if we're both hard-headed.
Oh, no, I feel like a little time needs to pass to reflect on the situation.
So this is where men and women are different, because I feel like men, they can be like, oh, sleepies. And then women, they will stay up the whole night mentally thinking like, oh, like, why is he doing that? What is he thinking? Meanwhile, you're busy sleeping and you're dreaming. This is why for women, we need to solve it in the evening. We need to solve it now, because then I'm going to be up the whole time.
Is this an instruction? Is for like next time?
No, this is like advice.
I'm just, because I need to think about this too.
Yeah.
How I deal with it.
Maybe with like future. I'm just saying personally, I would love to resolve it.
On the spots.
Yes.
So difficult. I'm being straight up honest. So difficult.
He finds it so hard to do it.
Especially me, because I
don't know how to do it though.
Okay, firstly, I've had to learn to calm my flames immediately. Like, because
I know.
I've got a very, very strong, like, impulsive side of me that needs to be controlled. So I don't want that Pete to speak before he hasn't thought about something. Like, calm down and gone, okay, let's look at the situation when your levels of your brain have returned back to normal and everything's functioning rationally, and you can be like, were you wrong? Yeah, you were wrong. And go and explain that.
Okay, well,
so that's my
at the end of the day,
reasoning.
It can't just be my way. I need to understand we handle things differently.
Yeah, because we're both traveling on the same highway.
Hey. He means literally, that's such a dad joke. But guys, we will see you in the next podcast, and we will try and make it spicy as much as we can on a weekly basis.
Spicy is a strong word. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, sorry. I spiced it up a bit too much there. Bye, guys.
Bye.